to be able just to hold this thing. It is just an amazing, amazing thing to have. When it comes to tablets, there's plenty of tablets out there, but quite frankly, there's nothing that compares to a true iPad. It is a delicious experience. And the interesting thing is I've had my most recent iPad for probably 5 years now, and there's no reason for me to upgrade. I would love to upgrade to the new one tonight, but I don't have to, because once you own an iPad, it's not like it gets outmoded or outdated. The technology is so good, and they keep upgrading it internally year after year that even I don't have a reason to buy a new one. And every now and then you kind of think you want to, but once you invest in an iPad, you really are investing in years and years of a phenomenally smooth tablet experience. Now let me explain what's happening tonight. I want to show you the 3 colors, and I will tell you the space gray is wildly limited. This is a brand new configuration that we're launching tonight. We've got some new options on the keyboard. So first off, you're going to choose which iPad do you want, and we have a whopping 128 gig. That's big. So back here on the bottom, that's the space gray that's very limited. This is going to be your silver, and then here at the top is going to be your gold. And it's kind of a rosy gold color. It's beautiful. It's the color I have at home. All right, now what you're choosing after that is you're gonna choose your case color. Are we down to only the 4 cases? Because I had a whole lot more on my card. We only have 4? Okay, so here's what I have. This is the newest, isn't this cool? It's like looking up at space. It's called the Galaxy, I love that. This one has been crazy popular. We cannot keep this version of the iPad in stock. This is the blue marble. Then the next one we have is Sage, which is really soft and very, very elegant. And then finally the easy one's black. So if you're giving a gift, the black is very easy. If you want the space gray in any of the 4 cover choices that I just showed you, there's only a dozen each. So that's really, really limited. If you want the gold, it's kind of limited too. So just a little heads up. So you're getting the keyboard. So it's a cover and it's a real honest to goodness Bluetooth keyboard. That's huge. Usually you have to buy all this separately. You're going to get a set of earbuds, wired earbuds to go with our configuration. You're getting your car adapter, your car charger to go with our configuration. Obviously, you can use that with any USB item. You also, on top of that, are going to get this, and it's called the iPad Selection Plus. That's going to be some great apps you can play with, you can use, you can be productive with. And then finally, here's the real key, and why we have so many of you buy your iPad from us. Number 1 is FlexPay. We have 3 FlexPays. You spread your payments out over 3 months. But number 2, this is a big deal. If you go to an Apple store, they will give you 14 days, 2 weeks to decide whether you want to keep it or you want to return it. After 14 days, it's yours. With HSN, we have 90 days in our return policy right now. And that's unusual, normally it's 30. So there's never been a better time ever to buy an iPad than tonight, because you have the longest window to really dive deep into it and make sure you absolutely love it. And if you don't, even after 3 months, we're gonna refund your money. So definitely take advantage of it. All right, well, I'm very excited because Bill is joining me. He is of course, one of our great electronic experts, and he joins me via Skype. Hi, Bill, good to see you as always.
Good to see you, and I'm joining you via my iPad because that's how I reach out to you guys in the studio. That's how I see my family, and it's very easy, reliable, and you can see the quality that's right there. And that's what you're going to appreciate, the quality and the reliability. There's a lot of what-ifs right now going on, right? But when we go to our tablet, we want to make sure it has all the features that we want. And you notice right there, it has a larger screen size. That's how you know it's the latest. It has a great battery life, the latest operating system, great front and rear-facing camera for selfies, for FaceTime, for Zoom, for Skype. It has the quality that we want now and that we're going to appreciate for years. Finger Touch ID right there, that's one of the #1 things people have upgraded from their old tablet because they were tired of trying to remember all their usernames and passwords. It is Apple Pencil compatible, which that just illustrates it's the latest because that pencil was designed for the pro user. Now it's for all of us. And Suzanne, you said it. You've had yours for 5 years. You've gotten your money's worth out of it. I've had this one for 9 years. It still works. It's a little banged up, but it doesn't have that great display. It has a smaller screen, smaller battery life, a smaller memory size, 16 gigabytes of memory, 128 gigabytes of memory is what you're getting. And when you think about it, when I got 16 gigabytes, did I think I'd have it for 9 years? No, but you will have this for years to come. And oh, I forgot to even look down. You get a full year of Apple TV Plus as well with your new purchase of an iPad. What is Apple TV Plus? You've heard of Netflix and Hulu. You've probably watched everything on them already. Apple TV now streams their own award-winning content, so it's just great. But we're talking about all that content. the Apple ecosystem, it's more reliable and more secure. And think of it this way, when you download an app on your phone or your computer, there's always something floating around in the background, right? Well, the Apple App Store, it's designed for everyone, from the professional designers and engineers to us, the at-home user who just needs to see family and friends. But more importantly, all of those different apps, they're more secure and reliable. So if you download a crafting app or, a collage app or, a Skype or Zoom app, it's not going to put all that malware in the background that slows it down so it doesn't perform like a new car. That's where you really get your money's worth, because there's nothing worse when you spend a lot of money on something and one, it's too complicated so you don't use it, or it doesn't work for you and you don't use it. And that's why it's really great to get it home now, as Suzanne was pointing out, with 90 days, not 14 days, but 90 days to really make sure it works with you, with school, with the office, because that's where you're going to set yourself up for success. Because truly, you're going to get it home now, and you're going to use it different. And then, because trust me, 2 months ago, I did not think I'd be on my iPad nearly as much, but now I am, because I am communicating, I'm doing work on the couch and everywhere around the house. And more importantly, are you limited on screen size at home because everyone is at the house? So the kids are on your computer or they're on the tablet and you want your tablet back to maybe binge watch and stream. That's why when you think of the power and the versatility of this, because I come over here and you see how it sets up. The case, which by the way, this Galaxy case, phenomenal, comes with that keyboard, detachable keyboard.
Hey,
so if you want to set it up like a laptop.
Are you totally geeking out on the Galaxy case?
Oh my God, yes, it's so much fun. I mean, it's just awesome, guy, girl, or young or old. Exactly right. And the thing is, you want a case because you want to protect that screen. You want that keyboard. And there are cases out there where the keyboard is built in. So guess what? All the time I'm carrying around a keyboard. This one's removable. So if it is just the kids watching or playing a game, if it is you just, curled up in bed, you don't need to work, you can take it out. But if you do need to set it up, use it, and have it perform like a laptop, you have that option. And actually, my laptop, it's 128 gigabytes of memory. That's what you're walking away with. And what does that mean? It means more photos. It means more podcasts and apps and games that you don't have to delete over time because you're out of space, but you just get to keep collecting and finding and enjoying and going back to whenever you're ready for it.
Yeah, I love this configuration too. And you know what, if you go to the Apple Store, the neat thing about it is the same coverage that Apple gives you if you buy it from an Apple Store, you get when you buy it from us. It's not like, oh, you bought it from HSN, we're not gonna help you. You get a year's help with the app, and you can go right into the Apple Store because an apple is an apple is an apple. And so it doesn't matter where you're getting it. The key to ours is though, it's not a 14-day return policy, it's 90 days. Apple does not offer you flex pay, we offer you 3 flex pays. We're shipping it for free, which saves you even more money. And I think those are all the reasons why we sell so many of these. I want you to see the keyboard though, because you'll go to the Apple Store, and yes, you can get it, iPad, but then you go over to the keyboards and you go, I'm sorry, how much does that cost? And my first Apple Extra keyboard was $99. So that's included, and I love it because it's magnetic. The other thing, you go, okay, well, darn, I'm getting an Apple, so daggone it, I want to protect it. So then you walk over and you have to buy a really nice case. Well, how much does the case cost? Again, that's going to add some more money to the bottom line on that. In fact, our entire value is $697. I love the matching stylus. This is so cool. So if you don't want to use your fingers, you just use the stylus. And it's designed to be the core color of the actual case that you're getting. Plus, you're also going to get this card. And if you don't mind really quickly, Bill, can you explain what you're getting in the iPad Selection Plus?
Sure, there's a bunch of great vouchers in there. One of the most important ones is Office Suite. So if you are a PC user, or think of it this way, if your Office is PC, but you've really been wanting to try Apple, you get Office Suite. So you have Microsoft Word and Excel and all that. There's even a Caribou app, which is great because how many times we're all FaceTiming, right, with the kids, and they're kind of bored because you can only make faces for so long. You can actually read stories to each other and really engage, and that's via Caribou. You get all that included, which is awesome. And I want to just point out, like I just jumped over here. I'm on YouTube. I looked up Suzanne because I like watching some of your crafting videos, and I want everyone to realize, notice how quickly it was able to pull this up. I'm not on corporate Wi-Fi. I'm not on the fancy Wi-Fi at the coffee shop. This is just at-home Wi-Fi. It's the processor on the inside of Apple's iPad, the latest, on a larger screen. The biggest upgrade they did was actually just increase that screen size, giving us that Retina display, which what does that mean? This has 1 million more pixels than the high-definition TV in the family room. So if you are, relegated to watching something on your tablet, if you're on an Apple, you don't mind. And the other thing I want you to realize, that clarity doesn't just mean a brighter, prettier picture. It is clearer. It is clearer text. So if it's emails and work and shopping online, it's going to be easier to read those websites and web pages. And that's just a more enjoyable experience. I kind of like to say the Retina display is kind of like built-in readers. Everything's a little crisper and sharper, and that's where it's just more enjoyable. Whether we're banking, we're looking at social media, but all these different uses is, guess what? We're going to use it. It's not something we're just buying for the summertime. It's not something we just buy at wintertime.
Right.
It's something we use all year round. And I got to tell you, I've bought an iPad for myself, but I'm not the only user. Everyone gets their hands on this because it is intuitive. It does entertain the old. It entertains the young because it's easy. Like right over here, I'm watching the video of Suzanne, and all of a sudden I want to shop or I need to check an email. Can you do this on your phone or tablet right now? I'm able to multitask. I'm able to bring up my web browser at the exact same time I'm watching a show. So why? Because of the Apple processor. It allows me to do the multitasking, but also with this larger screen, it's not cramped. And when I want to scooch it over so I can get more movie or more shopping, it's very easy to do. There's no code you have to know or secret, alt-shift anything. It's just really that intuitive. I want more of this. I want less of that. And realize this is entertainment. But when I do need to use it for work, I have that flexibility. I can be FaceTiming with family and friends. And this is what's also nice. We are home. It's fun because we can try out different things. A few months ago, I did not have a smart home. Now I can have a smart home because I have the tablet that can keep up with it. Because you have not only that great resolution screen, you have finger touch ID, so it's easier to log in. You have a Siri built in where you can actually speak to your Siri, where I can literally just talk to my tablet, ask it to set a timer, a measurement. You know what? Try it. Get some of those apps and stuff where you can turn on lights and try different things, because that just means you're going to use it more. I can be like, hey Siri, turn on the light. Without having get on the floor and turn the switch on or anything like that. Or hey Siri, FaceTime Suzanne.
Making a FaceTime call to Suzanne.
So whether you're trying to FaceTime and connect with family and friends, I mean, how simple is it? I didn't have to find the FaceTime app. I just spoke to my tablet, and it's connecting.
There
and
we are.
I love this. Did you see how fast that was? And the thing is, we normally do this in studio, and we always feel a little silly because we're like right next to each other.
Right.
But we are not. We are miles apart, and we don't get to see each other. I can see you, Suzanne. That's a great color on you, by the way. Very fun and
Thank you,
colorful.
Diane Gilman. No, and you know what
I
it is?
love it.
We do. We feel really dumb in the studio because you're like, well, you're standing right beside me and we're doing this. What I love is Bill's many miles away from me right now. And that's what you can do. And at this time more than ever, we're doing this more than ever because we want to stay in touch. And how's your tablet doing? Is it stuttering? Does it not have a lot of memory on it? Is it not just doing very well? Maybe it's got a big crack on it and you're like, I'm so over the crack. Hey, another thing, Bill, we need to talk about is how many people have kids at home, and everybody's fighting for time on that one laptop or that one desktop you have. Because you can be super productive on an iPad, that frees up some computer space, and I think that's a really important reason why to add an iPad to your collection.
And that's just it. It adds to your arsenal, but I got to tell you, I'm going to hang up, Suzanne. Have a good night.
Bye.
But the thing is, it does add to your arsenal of your office equipment to connect with the office, to connect with school. But you know what? The desktop that I used to do all my gaming on or all my editing on, I can now do it on this tablet that I can cuddle up on the couch or hand off to the kids. And that's actually what I find really nice too. Because this tablet that I've had for 9 years, guess what? I've outgrown it. But my nephew, he's going to love it, and he's going to game on it all summer long, and that's just it. It will work perfectly for him. Or I also have to tell you, I've handed off a tablet to my mom and dad at Father's Day and Mother's Day, and I upgraded for myself because I did use it a lot, banking and setting up appointments and travel. Because I think, Suzanne, you mentioned too, you have an Android phone, but you have an Apple iPad, and they can work well with each other. Because you have to remember, Apple before did not work well with each other in terms of PC and Apple. Now they do work a lot better. And if they don't work for you, you can always send it back because you have 90 days. There's nothing worse when you go to Apple and you pick it up and the clock starts. 14 days to make sure it works with your home security system, to make sure it works with everything. Oh, Suzanne, I see you're working with the Stylus. I love that that's built in because you can take notes, you can doodle, you can edit. And that's really where, again, you're going to use more of this more and more. And I actually love the fact that when I do set it up to do word processing, I have more versatility because it's easy to get stuff done. Are you crafting over there?
No, I'm actually looking at iTunes.
See? Shop for stuff. And that's just it also. Whether you download stuff, there's nothing like, oh, how did I get that on here? It's easy to get it off. And notice I'm up here, I'm doing some typing, which is great because I have my built-in keyboard, but also I have that dictation where I can speak everything and it will write it out. It will correct my spelling if I happen to use a big word, which just makes me look better and makes you look better. And that's where it's just user-friendly.
Hey, Bill, let me do this. Can I do this real quick? Let me just give everybody an update in terms of colors, because unfortunately we're down to only 4. I actually had more on my list. This is not slated to air any other time this weekend. So if you're thinking, well, you know, and it's okay, you can think about it. And while we have it in stock, it's fine. But remember, we have an exclusive configuration. So you're going to choose which iPad color do you want. Space gray is very limited across all the colors of the case that we have. This is going to be your silver, and this is going to be your gold. Your gold is like a rose gold. That's the color I have at home, and I love it. Now, then you're gonna pick which case cover keyboard do you want. Remember, it's the Bluetooth keyboard, and you get the matching stylus to go with it. The Galaxy is the new one. I think this is really cool. If you have anybody who loves Star Wars or Star Trek or anything to do with space or love the stars or astronomy or whatever, they're gonna go bonkos on that one. This one has been an all-time absolute favorite. We launched the blue marble. It sold out like in an instant because it just looks amazing and it looks so expensive. Then we have the sage green and we have the black. So again, I think if you're doing a gift, the black is easy because that's good for any guy or any gal. In our configuration, you're going to get a set of earphones that are wired. You also get the car charger adapter, which is USB, so it works on lots of stuff. And then, of course, remember, you're getting our iPad package plus, and this is a really expensive add-on, you're getting a year of Apple Plus, and Apple Plus is awesome. I mean, they're having at it at Apple, making Apple Plus really great. And there's no voucher. It's actually automatically on your system. Make sure you check that out. Also, here's what's really cool. I was playing around in the app section, and I love the app section. Even at this time, they're so clever at Apple. What they're doing, let me cancel that. What they're doing is they're actually giving you ideas of things to do at home. I love the one download of the week was called Calm. So you listen to nice meditative things. They give you coloring because they know you have more time. They're just so intuitive and so interesting. It's such a great company. Reasons to buy from us, number one, special package, special deal. We have 90 days return policy versus 14 days at Apple. You still get the great Apple coverage for 1 year. On top of that, we have FlexPay and we have free shipping. Bill, I gotta say goodbye to you for now. Thank you so much for joining us.
Take care. One other quick thing. It comes with a year of Tech Live iPad support.
Ooh.
I forgot that.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
helpful. Yeah.
All right, thanks, buddy. Good seeing you.
Take care,
Hey,
you
by
guys.
the way,
Thank
and
you.
if you have our HSN card already, guess what? You can even get 12 months VIP financing, which kind of is like 12 months to pay it off, which is wonderful. And take advantage of it. If you have our card, you can use it right now and use it on that incredible Apple.